What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you guys check out all the links in the description below. So, I got the idea of what NES games we want to see next. And everyone knows that we've been getting lots of NES games recently. And we used to get lots of NES games since it was released 7 years ago when Nintendo Switch Online came out on the Nintendo Switch. But however, there is one NES game I would like to see on the Nintendo Switch, and that would be Little Samson. I mean, this was one of the rarest NES games people have been seeing. But however, I want to talk about rare NES games that we should definitely see on the Nintendo Switch. Now, so far though, I think the rarest NES game was Little Samson. I mean, this game should definitely come to the NES on the Nintendo Switch. There's lots of rare NES games like The Legend of Zelda with the golden cartridge. And we also have Super Mario Bros., which was one of the rare NES games. But however, the NES games that are not on the Switch one yet, I would like to see. And that's what I was going to say. The NES games I want to see on the Nintendo Switch next. So, the one I'd like to see is Little Samson, but moving on forward would be Contra, because everybody should know the Konami code for Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start, and you'll get 30 lives. Like you see here, I'll show you. So that's going to interrupt the control for this. But don't worry, I'll show you. Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. And you'll get 30 lives in Contra on the NES. Sorry about that, though, because it made the sound effects, but it's okay. Just to show you guys the control like this, to see how it's going to be performed when Contra comes out on the Nintendo Switch. So I think Little Samson should be a great game to come out on the Nintendo Switch, and Contra as well, though. And we also have like Castlevania that should definitely come to the Nintendo Switch. We have Castlevania Legends on the Game Boy, not the Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy. That's what I was going to say. Not the Game Boy Advance. Whoops. But it's okay. But I think Castlevania we should definitely see on the NES on the Nintendo Switch. And also, definitely Castlevania would be a perfect fit on the NES on the Nintendo Switch. And also, I would also like to see Mega Man games on the NES, because we have Mega Man games on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, that's what I was going to say. But yeah, we haven't seen Mega Man on the NES recently, because we've seen it on the original Game Boy only. But we should see it on the NES, definitely. Which kind of makes sense, though. But hopefully we'll see it, definitely, pretty soon. Now, also, we have Tetris, we have Battletoads, right. And we have Ninja Gaiden 2, which was added recently. We also got Kid Icarus and Bionic Commando on the original Game Boy, but the next NES game I would like to see would be Little Samson first, because definitely Nintendo is deciding to add in more NES games to the Nintendo Switch. They haven't done that for a while. They haven't added in more NES games for a while. Maybe it's because they're working on more Nintendo Switch 2 games, which kind of makes a lot of sense, definitely. But I would be able to say that it is making a lot of sense that Nintendo has done lots of content update for lots of great games on the Nintendo Switch and on the Nintendo Switch 2. Supposedly, I think they'll add in more NES games in the future update, but honestly, this would have been such a great idea if Nintendo adds in more NES games that we should see in the future update, honestly, though. That's what I would like to see, definitely. But let me know what NES game you guys like to see on the Nintendo Switch. Let me know in the comments below what NES game you guys would like to see next. And plus, let me know what retro game you guys want to see next as well. Let me know in the comments below as well, though. But definitely, I would like to see Little Samson on the NES, because it's one of the best and one of the rarest NES games that people have ever seen. So, I think this will wrap it up here for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a comment and share your thoughts. in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace!